55 mammal species and 49 bird species can be seen in the territory of Bordzjomi National Park and in Georgië, part of this territory. Species of fauna, most of which are on the red list, are also found in the region. There are about 10 hiking trails with campsites in the national park. The administration offers several mounted and hiking trails to visitors. Nikolai Romanov's Path, the Path of St. Andrew I Called, a trail which passes through the national park's highest point, Mount Samitskhvaro, the Path through the Primeval Forest, a pleasant trail to walk especially in May, during the period of holly blooming. The path through Zekari Pass, following the trails, an educational trail of the national park on which you will meet 9 information stands and wooden installations dealing with various educational issues. The path around the Megruki River Canyon, a loop starting from Didi Sakhvlari and passing the Megruki River Canyon. The best time to visit is spring to autumn, from May to late October. Satoplia State Nature Reserve is quite a versatile and rare monument for Georgia. From time immemorial, bees inhabited limestone clefts on the southern slope of Mount Satoplia. The local population gathered their honey, and the name Satoplia, Topli means honey in Georgia, originates from this fact. Satoplia State Nature Reserve was established in 1935 with the purpose of protecting geological, paleontological, speleological, and botanical monuments. The terrain of Satoplia State Nature Reserve is mountainous. Most of its territory is covered with mixed forests and with various arboreal species of plants. The reserve is located in Tbilisi region at a distance of 260 kilometers from Tbilisi and 9 kilometers from Tbilisi. Satoplia Reserve is situated on the southwest slope of the Racha Ridge, having a total area of 355 hectares, of which 209 hectares are occupied by forests. Mount Satoplia is famous for its rare and beautiful caves, and in 1933, a worker from Kutaisi Museum and a teacher, P. Chabukania, discovered dinosaur trails here. In Satoplia State Nature Reserve, there are 5 karstic caves that attract both specialists and numerous tourists by their beauty, size, and scientific value. There is also a crater of an inactive volcano in the reserve. A one-day trip is sufficient for viewing Satoplia. Intrishi State Nature Reserve is situated at a distance of 360 kilometers from Tbilisi, in the region of Colgheti, in a magical canyon of the Kintrishi River between Tremlovana village and Mount Chino. The reserve was established in 1959 with the purpose of protecting the relict forests, flora and fauna of the Colgheti mountainous area. The reserve is situated at a distance of 20 to 25 kilometers from Colgheti. Its territory makes up 13,893 hectares. Much of the territory is occupied by forest. The reserve has a complex mountainous terrain with numerous canyons of different sizes. These are the Khevnara River Canyon, the Chirula River Canyon, etc. Of interest is the reserve's hydrographic network. The Kintrishi River with numerous tributaries and 2 lakes. Kintrishi's protected areas are diverse. The vegetation cover here amounts to 102 species, 46 species of tree, 4 species of bush, and 8 species of liana. The reserve is a wonderful place to visit for educational purposes. It is also possible to arrange aquatic, ethnographic, and birdwatching tours. At the same time, the trails are designed so that it is possible to view the ruins of the historical monument, Nino Tsminda Church. Tbilisi National Park is situated in the northeast on the top of Saguramo and the Ialno Mountains, within 20 minutes of the capital. It includes Martkopi, Gildani, Tkhvarichamia, and Gulalebi parks, as well as the Memorial Park in Mamkoda. The total area of the park is 24,044 hectares. Tbilisi National Park is located in a mountainous area. Its terrain is crossed by rivers and canyons. Tbilisi National Park is interesting from the viewpoint of biological diversity. Arid, semi-arid, mountainous, and foothill elements of Colghetian flora are found in the park. Up to 630 species of herbaceous and arboreal plants grow in the national park's territory. The contrasting character of Tbilisi National Park's flora is remarkable considering the fact that representatives of Colghetian flora, such as Colghetian ilex, Colghetian ivy, Pastuchov ivy, Ponticus ruscus, box tree, etc., are found here. It's possible to both perform scientific research and rest in the national park, owing to wonderful landscapes and the fabulous colors of the park. Bewitching natural views can be seen from the park, Mitsketa, Aragui Canyon, and the panorama of the snow-covered peaks of the Caucasus mountain range. In addition to thickets of old beaches, there are unique historical, cultural, and architectural monuments in the territory of Tbilisi National Park. Owing to the short distance between Tbilisi and the national park, a visit to the park is quite comfortable, as visitors can stay at any hotel in Tbilisi or Mitsketa. Freshwater swamp forest situated on the right bank of the Pichori River, not far from Palyastomi Lake, making up an area of 500 hectares, was declared a state reserve in 1947. The first time, the Colgheti lowland was in the focus of international attention in 1996. Colgheti National Park began full-scale operations in 2000. Today, the Colgheti protected areas include Colgheti National Park, Kobuleti State Reserve, and Kobuleti Managed Reserve. The national park is not one solid unit, but instead consists of separate territories. The park is divided into the following natural geographical areas: Anaklia, Churia, Nabada, and Imnati. In addition, the national park includes the sea area between the estuaries of the Rioni and the Churia rivers. The land area of the national park totals 28,571 hectares, and that of the sea area, 15,742 hectares. The national park's lots are situated in the territory of 5 administrative districts: Zugdidi, Khobi, Senaki, Abasha, and Lanchkhuti, being a part of Georgia's 2 historic regions, Samegrelo and Guria. The Kobuleti State Reserve and Kobuleti Managed Reserve were established in 1999 and include 700 hectares of peat bogs situated in the Adjarian Autonomous Republic to the east of Kobuleti. Several full-flowing rivers run through the territory of Colgheti National Park. Palyastomi Lake, which used to be a bay of the Black Sea a few thousand years ago, is a real adornment of the Colgheti National Park. There are numerous wonderful examples of flora and fauna in Palyastomi Lake, and the whole of the Colgheti lowland. These riches are of not only local but also of international significance, which makes the Colgheti lowland more interesting for nature, travel, and tourism lovers. The Colgheti lowland is distinguished by the diversity of its ecosystem. A wide range of plants, fish, amphibians, and reptiles is represented in both the rivers and the lakes. Except for the Colgheti lowland, swampy lakes do not exist anywhere else in the territory of Georgia. Besides relict forests, peat bogs play an important role in the ecosystem of Colgheti lowland. First of all, the Colgheti lowland is interesting from the viewpoint of botany. The plants, which greatly differ from the ones growing in other parts of the Colgheti lowland, are found on sun-warmed dunes. 2 species that grow on the dunes, the yellow cheesebole and the sea lily of the valley, are on the red list as these species are on the verge of extinction. If you travel by boat down the rivers of the Colgheti swamps, the Pichori or the Churia, the preserved forest land with its dense groves, ivy and greenbrier will create associations with an impassable South American jungle. Wild animals which you may meet on your way intensify these associations still more and make for an unforgettable impression. It is easier for people to see birds than any other living creature inhabiting Colgheti National Park. There are lots of them here at every step since the Eurasia-African bird migration route passes through the Colgheti lowland. In the park, one can meet not only nesting birds, but also big flocks preparing for distant passages. 194 bird species build nests in Colgheti's humid territories. Colgheti National Park, part of which extends out to sea, has a diverse ichthyofauna. Out of 88 species of bony and cartilaginous fishes inhabiting this area, 44 are found in the Black Sea, 21 in the Mtwari River, and 24 are migrant fishes. Historical, cultural, and architectural monuments of this region, as well as the way of life and cultivation, which have been preserved to the present day, are of great importance. With the purpose of getting information on all the aforementioned, the necessary infrastructure, information centers, educational paths, covert places for birdwatching, and etc., was arranged in the Colgheti protected areas. A distinguishing feature of Colgheti National Park is not only its diverse and rare natural environment, but also its historical, cultural past and traditions. The administration offers the following forms of ecotourism to visitors: seaboat, riverboat, hiking, and scientific research trails, as well as ones for school and university students, birdwatching, and amateur fishing. Opportunities are dependent on the geographical peculiarities of the territory, landscape mosaic, and biological diversity, humid and warm climate, presence of relic and endemic plant species, numerousness of local and migrant birds, peat bogs, swamp forests, coastal sea dunes, winding riverbeds, lakes with unique landscape, the Black Sea coastal area, etc. Conditions for a comfortable stay are provided to visitors in a well-furnished center under the auspices of the park's administration. Welcome.